Okay, all those temperatures coming right up.
Now on News Channel 6 at 11. Today, people came together to honor fallen soldiers by spreading the Christmas spirit with wreaths across America. Plus, we joined friends of the animal shelter for their Home for the Holidays event to bring furry friends to warm homes. And a second chance comes to a South Carolina man after he stole a Santa statue from a business and looks for forgiveness of his actions. As your News at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I am Tiffany Hobbs. Renetta is off tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins in Aiken, where people came together to honor men and women for their service this Christmas. News Channel 6's Bria Smith has the story.
The intent of Wreaths Across America. And that intent is threefold: to remember, to honor, and to teach.
There's nothing like celebrating holidays with your loved ones, and Wreaths Across America gives the chance to honor those who have once served.
To honor the people that have gone before us, that have fought for our country, our rights, our freedom, and then for us to carry on that legacy.
Columbia County District Attorney and Assistant to Director of Army National Guard was the keynote speaker.
If you believe in the future of America, then you've got to believe that we're in good hands. These are the success stories. These are the ones who will ensure that our nation continues.
Families and friends of these men and women had the chance to place a wreath on each soldier's site while stating their names. Young Marines shared how they feel to be a part of this ceremony.
No matter how long you are gone or however long family has carried on, you will never be forgotten.
Michael Strauss was one of many who decided to take part.
They have sacrificed their Christmas and their Thanksgivings and their New Year's for this country to be overseas, and a lot of these veterans here in the cemetery have served our country so we can have a Christmas.
In Aiken, Bria Smith, WJBF News Channel 6.
Santa is riding his sleigh to enjoy the festive fun at Langley Pond tomorrow for their first ever Christmas event. The event will be tomorrow, December 18th from 2 p.m. till 6 p.m., where families can enjoy hot cocoa and take photos with Santa as he flies in at 2:30 p.m. Local vendors will be at the event, such as Four Hearts of South Carolina, Glitz and Sass Boutique, Little Ms. Cuties, and Erica's Delights. The event will be at Langley Pond at 113 Langley Dam Road. Some of our furry friends have a forever home tonight, just in time for the holidays. The rescue group Friends of the Animal Shelter held an adoption event at the Aiken County Animal Shelter on Saturday called Home for the Holidays. News Channel 6's own John Hart served as a host, and Santa was there as well. The shelter is at full capacity due to an unexpected amount of pets coming in. Even after today's event, adopters are still desperately needed.
Currently, we are overloaded. We have every single kennel is full, and in some cases we have even doubled up. So it's really a hard time right now at the shelter. So we are hoping that many people will come out today and hopefully find their forever friend for the holidays.
And if you couldn't make it out today, the shelter is offering free adoptions through the end of the year. That includes all shots, spay and neuter, as well as microchipping. They are also looking for foster homes for pets over the Christmas holidays. Last night, we got a glimpse into a galaxy far, far away. One local North Augusta family has been in a 3-year-long partnership with the Ronald McDonald House to create a Star Wars themed light show for everyone to join. The family has the goal to give back to the community as well as create a fun night for families as they have lightsaber battles and sing along with the show. Meteorologist Jenna Petracci joins us with a check of the forecast. Jenna?
Well, Tiffany, it was a cool day, and now it's going to be a very cold night. Our temperatures are dropping off quickly, especially for our northern counties. You can see exactly where the cold front's located based on our temperature map. We're seeing those upper 30s through low 40s in our northern counties. Edgefield sitting at 40 degrees. Same story in McCormick. Only 39 in Washington and Sparta. 45 in Augusta. 46 in Waynesboro. And a little bit warmer along our southern line counties. 51 in Bamberg. 53 in Sylvania, where the cold front is just now passing. And you can really see that drastic temperature spread when looking at the two-state view. We're seeing those low to mid 50s along our coastline. Upper 30s though. 37 in Atlanta, 36 in Athens behind that front. And notice the cloud cover moving along with it. Bamberg, Allendale down to Screven County still dealing with some lingering clouds, but most of those clouds are now off to the southeast of us, along with the rain out to sea ahead of that front. So we'll have high pressure building in tomorrow, bringing us nice clear skies. It's clear right now, a little breezy on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at the airport. Winds are coming in from the west at 10 miles per hour in Augusta and Aiken, 7 in Waynesboro, 5 in Barnwell. So for your Sunday, it's going to be nice and sunny outside, but definitely on the cooler side, topping off in those low 50s. Now we're going to get even colder by Christmas weekend, and I'll have a look at just how cold we'll get coming up. But back to you, Tiffany.
Thank you, Jenna. Like A Christmas Carol taught us, everyone deserves a second chance, especially during the holidays. A South Carolina man was caught on camera stealing a Santa statue from a restaurant in Greenville. Henry Coburn has the details.
On December 11th, the Santa was stolen from this display outside Bonjour, Maine. Days later, the man responsible is coming forward, saying it was a mistake and that he wants to make it right.
'Twas 2 weeks before Christmas, and down on Main Street, the statue of Santa looked just too darn neat.
Just wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, that's cool. Wish I had it.
Melvin was caught on camera taking the Santa statue outside Bonjour, Maine. He says he'd been out celebrating with friends and probably had too much to drink.
Yeah, just celebrating my buddy's birthday. Went out and then just was not thinking at all, and made a terrible mistake.
He says less than 24 hours after stealing Santa, he brought him back.
I was like, Jesus, like, this is horrible.
And today, with a dozen roses in hand, he came into Bonjour, Maine to apologize to owner Myra Gallo. She told Melvin that if his apology was good enough, she would not press charges. Part of the deal was he had to fess up and apologize on camera.
How has the apology been received so far, do you think?
Feel like it's still kind of like up in the air, but I'll do anything I can to make things right, pay for any damages, fix anything I can, work for free. I'll literally do anything to resolve this situation in the most positive way possible.
Gallo said she didn't want to go on camera for this story, that she'd rather spend her 15 seconds highlighting her hardworking staff. But she did give Melvin the best kind of Christmas gift, the opportunity to make things right. And that gift was not lost on him.
I'm sorry, really sorry. I know saying sorry doesn't do anything, but I promise I'll do better.
Gallo says
3 people are facing charges in a fraud investigation involving identity theft and counterfeiting. Investigators say Kayla Miller used her position at several banking institutions to steal customer information. Police say she, along with her boyfriend Tymaine Walker, a known gang member, and Naeem Williams, would use the info to open accounts under alias names. Authorities believe the fraud amounted to more than $500,000. Victims of the fraud have been notified.
We do want to clarify that in this situation, there are multiple victims. But with that, the bank is going to be the primary victim of the financial loss. So we're working primarily with the bank.
Investigator Brown says they cannot release the names of the banks in the case. A traffic stop that happened last night on Yance Pond Road went into a car chase and resulted in a death. The driver, 35-year-old Brandon Antonio Pickerel of Edgefield County, was pulled over due to deputies observing traffic violations. Pickerel did not stop, but only to let out a passenger, and when authorities approached the car, he sped off. The chase was short-lived as Pickerel lost control of his car. It rolled over, ejecting him, resulting in his death. During the investigation, a quantity of methamphetamine and marijuana was found in Pickerel's possession. An autopsy is being scheduled. Authorities were searching for Jawandre Kelly in a connection with a July murder in Girard, Georgia. He is in the custody of DeKalb County and expected to be transferred to Burke County. Count on News Channel 6 to keep you updated on this developing story. Coming up, we join Jenna Petracci for your weather forecast. Plus, what plants grow best this time of year for the gardener in your life?
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5/6.
Good evening. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. It was a pretty cool day and very cloudy, but now we have nice clear skies. You're taking a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over in downtown Swainsboro. Beautiful Christmas lights, chilly temperatures, 44 degrees with a west wind of 10 miles per hour. So a little bit breezy and definitely on the chilly side. A lot of dry air in place though, dew point of 31 degrees. And our temperatures are dropping off quickly. Behind the cold front, we have that cold and dry air moving in with temperatures only in those upper 30s now in both Sparta and Washington. 42 in Aiken, 41 in Edgefield. A little bit warmer from Emmanuel County over to Bamberg County, seeing those low 50s still, but they'll be joining the rest of the CSRA in the 30s later on this evening. You can see exactly where the warm front's located, where we're seeing 54 in Charleston, a 10-degree temperature spread compared to in Augusta. 53 in Wilmington, those 60s still down in central Florida, but behind that front, it is cold for the rest of the southeast. The front is located just towards the east of us. Ahead of that comes some showers that are now just out to sea, not really impacting land anymore. And that's also going to bring us some very freezing temperatures, especially towards the south of us. They're under a freeze watch from Appling, Georgia, all the way down near Gainesville, Florida. Their growing season's still going on, so that's why that freeze watch is issued. Now for us, we will definitely be freezing as well by 8 o'clock at 32 degrees, warming up to 52 by 4 o'clock, staying cool but nice and sunny at least throughout the day. So we'll be feeling pretty nice under the sunny skies. Over the next several days, we'll continue to see low 50s, even cooler than that though on Tuesday. We'll have a high of only 47 and then dropping all the way down to the low 40s going into the holiday weekend. Now for our low temperatures, we're going to see a pretty big spread here, but nonetheless cold every day. Anywhere from those mid 20s on Monday morning to upper 30s on Thursday morning due to an increase in clouds overnight, and then only 20 degrees on Christmas Eve. So Santa is bringing not only Augusta, but the entire South a lot of cold weather into the holidays. And speaking of that, Christmas is only 8 days away now. It's a little early out to pinpoint an exact temperature, but I'm going to go with 42 degrees for your Sunday, waking up to 26 degrees. It doesn't look like we'll have any rain on Christmas, but we are going to have some rain starting on Monday. But in the meantime, high pressure is building in behind that front. We'll have nice clear skies tonight into Sunday, so looking pretty good for any outdoor plans. That all changes though as we go into Monday afternoon. We're going to have a low pressure system bringing in a lot of moisture from the Gulf Coast. This will bring another wedge of cold air that'll bring those upper 40s on Tuesday, that is. Then as we look closer to home, Monday morning, it's going to be sunny. By the afternoon, we start to see those showers move in, some pockets of heavier rain, widespread rain as we go into Monday evening, and this continues on and off through Tuesday and Wednesday. Lows tonight will all be below freezing, upper 20s through low 30s, topping off in the upper 40s through low 50s for your Sunday. Then for Monday, as I mentioned, we will have some rain that continues into the middle and end of the week. Overall, looking pretty gloomy outside. Definitely on the cool side and very freezing conditions as we go into Christmas weekend.
Jenna, I have never been so grateful for my heated blanket.
Me too. I was not expecting this moving down to Georgia.
Me neither. I live here. I've lived here all my life, and I still
yeah,
never
you're not
expect
used to this.
Not at all.
Not.
All right. Well, with Jack Frost nipping at your nose from cold winds, some of you may be growing winter plants this year. During this time of year, holly, mistletoe, poinsettias, and magnolia leaves are popular holiday decorations. Tina Knapp with Carolina Garden World in Spartanburg says our weather makes the two states an ideal place for a variety of holiday plants.
It's really good weather all year round. Yes, we get a little hot, but we don't get super cold. And it's perfect for a lot of plants. It really is.
Knapp says the most important step to keeping your holiday plants alive year-round is making sure they're fertilized. Coming up, Title 42 is coming to a close this year and raising some concerns. We have the story when we come back. But first, the winning numbers for tonight's South Carolina lottery are Pick 3, 9, 2, 5. And the Pick 4 winning numbers 9, 2, 8, 7. The Fireball is 9. The Palmetto Cash 5 numbers 8, 15, 30, 32, 37. And the Power Up is 2. Title 42 is set to expire, and now thousands of migrants are hoping they will now escape to the U.S. without immediately being turned away. Zoreen Shaw has more on that.
Under Title 42, asylum seekers were expelled without a chance to plead their cases. Now thousands are waiting along the southern border for an opportunity to enter the U.S. without fear of being deported. A federal court gave the Biden administration until December 21st to roll back the policy. The Trump administration used part of a law that deals with public health to curb illegal immigration during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Texas Governor Greg Abbott was one of those suing to keep Title 42 in place. He told ABC's Martha Raddatz letting it expire will lead to chaos.
It's going to be catastrophic not just for Texas, but for the United States of America.
He argues that letting thousands into the country without knowing what their health status is potentially dangerous. But immigration advocates call Abbott's position hypocritical.
They have been fighting to end COVID restrictions everywhere except for asylum seekers.
Cities all over the country are already dealing with an influx of migrants. And according to a DHS intelligence bulletin obtained by ABC News, the Department of Homeland Security expects an increase in migration with the rollback.
First of our emergency shelters, which was utilizing a recreation center, reached its capacity of 275 people.
The GOP states who filed the lawsuit tell ABC News they will appeal to the Supreme Court. Zoreen Shaw, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Some basketball, some baseball, and a big NFL upset? Kira Goldstein has our sports news coming up next.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
A big matchup in high school basketball as the first-ranked team in Georgia's AA class takes on the second-ranked team in South Carolina's 4A class. Westside High School hosted North Augusta High in an exciting matchup, and with both teams playing fast ball and looking to pull ahead, they headed into the fourth quarter tied at 50. It was so close until the final buzzer, with each team carrying 62 apiece with 3:30 left to play. Soon coming up, here comes Elijah Hall. He's going to bury the three, and that will give North Augusta the 71-69 lead with 25 seconds left to play. The Yellow Jackets snuck off with the win over the Patriots 73-70. Former Braves shortstop Dansby Swanson has agreed to a deal with the Chicago Cubs for 7 years and $177 million. Swanson made his debut with the Atlanta Braves in 2016, and since then he has made the NL All-Star team. He won his first Gold Glove and helped lift the Braves to a 2021 World Series win. The 28-year-old star is coming off perhaps his best big league season, hitting .277 with 25 homers and a career-best 96 RBIs in 162 games. This new deal with the Cubs includes a full no-trade clause, and it comes after some negotiation with the Braves as they tried to offer him a nearly $19.7 million qualifying offer. Dansby did decline that offer, though, and opted to head to Chicago for the next 7 years at approximately $25 million per year. Well, the Minnesota Vikings have made history as they came back from a 33-point deficit to defeat the Colts in overtime. Now, this may be Matt Ryan's actual nightmare as he relives a heartbreaking Falcons Super Bowl loss that included an insane comeback. But with the historic 39-36 overtime win, the 11-3 Vikings have secured their first home playoff game since 2017 and claimed their first division title in 5 years. And that's it for sports. We'll be right back.
Santa's house is up on Zillow. The listing features a rustic 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,500 square foot house. It was built in the 1800s, but now offers modern day amenities thanks to a recent renovation. The 25-acre property also includes multiple elf cottages and reindeer stables. There's also a toy workshop and a special sleigh parking garage. Santa's home is not for sale, but its estimated value is more than $1 million.
Wow. That's a lot of money for, it's kind of a tiny house.
It's
but, I mean,
small house, but hey, that's what I want for Christmas if anybody is listening.
It's such a cute house.
It is very cute in Santa's house.
One night in there, great. All right, so time now for a quick final check of your forecast.
Well, it may be feeling like a winter wonderland here with the temperatures this week. We are in a long stretch of cold weather. Highs will only be in the low 50s even upper 40s on Tuesday. It will be a pretty gloomy week as well. We have overcast skies with some chances of rain. On Friday, we'll have some very cold rain coming in. Check out the low temperature into Christmas Eve. 20 degrees, only topping off to 39 degrees on Saturday afternoon. Low 40s on Christmas Day, but at that point, it should be dry with a mix of sun and clouds. And those mid-20s to low 30s continue all the way into next week as well.
Well, that is our report for now. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to join us for Good Morning Augusta, first thing in the morning.